more content services will come on board, not only you. And this is a great opportunity for you and the other services to come on board for the digital economy transformation of this country. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Alassane. Thank you. What he has simply said is very simple. You guys should visit the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy immediately. The guilds, yes.
First, in thanking the Nigerian Film Corporation, I want to believe that some of the salient points here are being recorded, that I trust our very digitalized doctoral MD, who is a fine filmmaker as we speak, that some of this follow-up will be necessary. Because I used to tell people that nobody will start a business of commercial airline operations without an airport. I've not seen an individual in Nigeria that has built an airport. Say, na your plane park be that. If you want to go, come out. But government must, of a necessity, invest massively in building an airport before private individuals can then come and invest in the business of commercial airline operations. So the ball is back to the court of government. Ogasa, we need to follow up, because this broadband, what we hear, so I'm not sure that last night if you look at, can you rush to them and it is given to me like that. So how do we assess this? And I feel that the Nigerian Film Corporation can help us moving forward. That being said, please can we give a round of applause to all of the speakers. First, to our the keynote address by the Honorable Minister, the COCO keynote address as it concerns the topic that brought us here. I want to sum up that we are seeing directions of the morning. And Professor Armstrong had agreed that there is need for us to look inward, where we are coming from. Because sometimes the race seems to be too much. We just abandon where we are coming from. The local television stations must, of a necessity, because BBC still commissions projects, BBC still funds projects, and several other big networks all around the world. Local governments, by the Nigerian film policy, every local government in Nigeria is supposed to have at least a viewing center. A viewing center. What has happened to all of these dreams? We want to open it up now. I'm yours sincerely to bring the microphone to you and take it back to whoever you are directing your question to, so that we have a robust participation. Thanks to the MD for elongating the time. That is a very, very important topic. Please, if you have a question, you can step forward. Yes, I recognize you. I recognize you. I recognize you. Please come forward. Come forward, please.
No, let's take it one. We take the lady first.
Please come forward. Madu, there is another guy there. Please come. The younger people. Okay. Let us know your name and who your question is being directed at, or it's just a general question. Yeah. Okay.
We'll take first 3 questions, address those questions, then we'll move to the next set so that we don't get it rounded. So we'll take Madam, Mr. Chikwendu, and IT, and Dr. Dauda.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Kate Chidima Ezibo, and I'm an actor and entrepreneur. Okay, my first question is, presently, how far can our government policies protect our content? Secondly, what measures can we take to ensure that the right persons are rightly placed in decision-making bodies so that these bills and policies can be properly passed? Health, they say, is wealth. Okay, the first one is presently. Protect our content, government policies. Yes, to pass these bills. Sorry. The last questions. Okay, last question. Just 1 minute.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the last question, please. Health, they say, is wealth. What health policies can we put on the ground to ensure that our content creators remain in good health to keep these contents coming? Thank you.
Okay, I will appeal that we make our questions as brief as possible because we have so many hands up there, and it's a very important, and this is the topic of the theme of this year's festival. So many people have questions to ask. So make it as brief as possible. So, Mr. Chikwendu. And please, Madu, I know you will.
Thank you, my brother emeritus, Fidelis Zika. My name is, I'm filmpreneur, Madu Chikwendu. I'm a filmpreneur. You know, Fidelis and I were both Gemini June, and you took that statement from me, the loss of subscribers by Netflix. They lost $54 billion because they lost 200,000 subscribers. And then they are projecting to lose about 1 million in the next 1 year by the end of 2022. And it's a global issue now. So I'm asking that we need to preempt some of these situations. Yes, my brother Steve is a very big apostle of monetization, but we're saying that there are global changes taking place right in front of us. Which model do we now begin to look at? Because we just, once you're online, you don't blow, you cash out. But now the reality is that that model is no longer working. They are cutting down Netflix on their production budget, right? What do we need to do? We don't need to wait for the problem to get to. Now, it's also a case of water, not a drop to drink. Because if you're on the ocean, you can't drink ocean water, it's salt water. I don't think the problem now is distribution. We used to think it's distribution. Greetings, my brother, Professor Dachewa. Is it still distribution? We have multiple platforms. All the telcos have their TV station, Glo, MTN. People are, you know, but the producer, who is the initiator of the project, the man whom the revenue comes through, is he getting any of it? We are shouting cinema. Is the producer getting as much as he should? What is the problem? We need to interrogate this situation and find out the problem. And of course, Otumba Rosso, a man I admire very much. I mean, he's one of only 2 DGs that have served in 2 different parastatals in the same ministry. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Now, I have followed a lot of the things you have been doing. Are you really integrating us into what you're doing? I see all your programs all over the country. If we want to change, I'm rounding up with it. I'm rounding up. One sentence. I appeal to you. One last sentence. So, if we want to change the thought process of Nigerians, you need to support the industry, if it's seminars, workshops, so that producers can learn. Thank you very much.
You see, my fear now is that the next speaker is, you see, I'm scared now too. Maybe I will make it too. Okay.
Let me meet him.
Hi, Chief.
Hi, Chief.
I know Kusholo.
We made up this morning, so there no fear again. We made up.
Thank you. I want to thank the organizers of the event, but let me go straight. I'm going to be a panelist on the next group, so I'm not going to ask much. I have a question, which I reported the same plane with Tio Akatugo, and an argument ensued between us. What is happening to our television stations? NTA is no more powerful. NTA cannot afford to buy 10 million naira content. As big as NTA is. I had meetings with about 2 of the GMs, or 3 of them, some years back, and they were lamenting. I don't know, sir. Dr. Onshewe, Prof. I don't know who advises the government. Please advise them. We are the people killing Nigeria in bits ourselves. When you kill the creative industry, you are killing the country. The GM told me, he said, "Hi, Chief, sir, we don't have money, but you had a brand new car, bought government money, but you could not use half of it to buy content to show on your television stations." Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Beautiful. I think we raised that one that time. What is happening to the local stations? We have television stations in practically all the states of Nigeria. Are they engaging the content producers? This is something we miss. So, Augusta, many work we'll do. Please, we are going to pause. We are going to pause for a 5-minute documentary.
So let's respond to these questions. Okay. After these questions, we'll now pause for the documentary. So I will start with the first question. It's addressed to one of our government agencies. The question from the lady. The first one is, how do we protect our content? I thought if the Nigerian Copyright Commission was here, it would have been very easy. But beyond that too, everybody under the Ministry of Information and Culture has a stake. Then the second one is, how do we get the right people in the right agencies of government? To a large extent, in all fairness to government in the last couple of years, we've had some of the right people in some of the agencies, in all fairness to them. But of course, we know the challenges with government policies and all that. So I will start with Otumba Shogun Oshewe. He will respond to one of the questions. Then I will. Then the last one is about health issues. We will respond to that. I think that's a bit complex, but I will see how we can respond to that.
Well, thank you very much. I want to believe very strongly that instead of pushing the bulk, every one of us from time to time, we have some roles to play as a people. First and foremost, I'd like to take on the last speaker, talking about the local television not encouraging, I think that's the right word, the creative industry, buying of content, etc. I will say it that at a time there was budgetary allocation to buy content. What is happening now is what I do not know. But there was a standard from the National Assembly. Appropriation was given for content, except if those were not used for the right thing, which I want to assure you today, I will meet with the NTA DG and take this up personally.
Very affirmative.
I will take it up personally because if we are saying we have criminals in our society and crime is prevailing, we are the one encouraging them. Because if this budget allocation is there and they're not being used for the right thing, we're bound to have all these challenges. So I said something some few years ago, because we didn't address Boko Haram on time, it almost overwhelmed us. We also must take this immediately. If you can give allocation to buy new vehicles, why do you need the new vehicles if the station is not of pride to this great country? Those contents are very important. I remember the time where producers, film producers, etc., used to get some chunk of good money from local television stations. But today, I don't know what's happening, which I will take it up on their behalf. And I assure you, Malam Yakubu will give me a very good response. And Dr. Madueke, the convener, the owner of this platform, the way I do my things, I will communicate back to him to send it back to the industry people to know that we are adding value to what we are giving for. I think that's okay. Okay.
Second question from Madu Chikwendu. I will take that question to our lead speaker who presented the paper. Key question, very important. If a platform, the biggest VOD platform for movies on the continent, is crying that they are going towards a structure of how we can begin to monetize and make money on that. How do we address that imminent danger if the biggest platform in the world is complaining that there's a problem with this industry? And then, of course, dovetailing to what Professor Dachaba said when he was in Dubai, where he met some people who said, some of these humongous figures we keep hearing, might not be true. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You can sit down, sir.
No, I feel like standing. Let me say the humongous figures we are hearing is digitally captured. Then, talking, they are true. Then secondly, talking about the losses in numbers, have we really asked ourselves why the loss under such a short period? I hear people saying that, and I feel that is a little bit misleading for this audience. They lost that figure because still in Nigeria and around the world, some people are still morally upright. Nobody wants you to screen to their children gay. I think you know that. You should check the story. That's what is behind it. And the way they are pushing the women rights, it's annoying some people the way they are going about it. Nobody is fighting with the women. They either our mother, our wives, or our children. But some are taking it across that. And people say, no, we don't want this. I won't allow my children to watch anything gay on my screen. And because of some programs they took in, that's why people, as a kind of protest, that's why they left. Then talking, I would also like to address the fintech thing, why they are doing better and we don't seem to do better. They employ professionals. They use strategists. Somebody is a content creator, is a marketer of his content, he wants to do everything. There are people who are social media strategists. There are people who are e-marketers. Have we engaged them so that they tell us how to go about this? That's another thing. I have a last one. I think I just quickly pencil something down. Let me just check. Yes. Sorry. Okay. Okay, the last one is the niche market. The best way to go about, with those so many channels on TV, let's say I'm an Igala man, and I have an app just for Igala programs on the Igalas around the globe. In fact, they will help me to share that thing, and I will make the number, and the number is where the money is. So that's just the truth. Let's be professional. Thank you.
Nice one. Please, a round of applause for you. Me, I enjoy this one even more than
Wait, okay. Okay.
I think we can pause.
Yes.
To see the documentary
Let me-
made by Antigua.
No. Nigerians in diaspora, in collaboration with the Embassy of Antigua, projecting Abuja as a destination city. You see why it's interesting we should watch that? People do not understand the essence of film festivals. The whole idea of film festivals, and that's why I'm happy that the DG of the National Council for Culture is here. We also have the digital economy. Film festival is a synergy of different organizations involved in a city. I'm also happy that for the first time, the FCTA is partnering with Zuma. Brilliant idea. That's how it works anywhere in the world. You wonder why film festivals are called by the names of the city. Cannes, Berlin, Toronto, Stockholm, Venice. You can go on and on and on. And the idea is that that period, it's a starting point. I believe that in the next couple of years, anytime a film festival is happening in any city in Nigeria, the city will be on standstill. We've been to all the major festivals from Cannes to Berlin. When you are in Cannes, nothing happens at that time, that 10, 12 days. That is the beauty of film festival. And I believe that this collaboration must continue. And that's why I'm happy that what we've spoken about this morning has been collaboration, and synergy. So as we watch this documentary that gives us an insight into the beautiful city of Abuja, let's pause for 5 minutes, see this video, and then we can continue the discussion with more questions. Thank you.
Let us specially recognize the ambassador of Antigua and Barbuda to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Ambassador Dr. Williams. Please, His Excellency Ambassador Dr. Williams, please can you just step out for a better recognition, sir? Okay. To have His Excellency, the Deputy High Commissioner of South Africa to Nigeria, Dr. Bobby Morol. Thank you for joining us. Are we ready? We are expecting the ambassador of Antigua and Barbuda to the Republic of Nigeria. Are we ready?
The future is mine. As Okoro sleeps, my tomahawk beats, but in Gariki the sunshine.
It was said the market has just come alive. We are Utako, Nyanyagwarimpa, the sun meets the evening sky.
All different cultures live here as one, calling here home, though sometimes alone, working till the evening comes.
Seeking their fortune in the city of gold. Never stop dreaming, keep on believing, because dreams are to hold. Come together in harmony, come together in peace. Our city of unity, our city of peace. Abuja.
Abuja is truly beautiful. No doubt about it. That's the beauty of images, pictures. And that's what our young creatives are good with. There's nobody that will see these visuals anywhere in the world that would not want to visit. I had a couple of guests, Lancelot Away, who came in for the first time to Nigeria just last week, 2 Americans, and she said she thought she would have been dead in Lagos by now. I said I go to New York, and every 1 hour there's a gunshot. Yet people still go to New York. Nigeria is not as bad as we paint it, but we know we have our challenges too. We can't deny that fact. But it's not as bad as the international media paints us. So it's for us to send our images out, our own visuals, and tell our own story. So without wasting much time, we'll go into the next set of questions. And I saw a couple of hands raised for the next set of questions. We'll take those next set of questions quickly. I think I saw Mr. Allison, was he raising his hand up? Okay. Mr. The one I call Ajebo, Israel Ebo, Ogbuefi Israel. Sorry. Oh, God. Steve Ebo. Why am I calling this Ebo? Sorry. Ogbuefi Steve Ebo. Ajebo Wanini. Please. Special advisor to the national president.
Thank you.
Just say it. Are you declaring too? You look like someone that has 100 million.
Good day, everyone. First, I must recognize my Oga, Tobashe Gorosiwe. I think among all the filmmakers, I have known him for more than 20 years.
Only?
More than.
Okay.
And it's been doing good. But the problem now is this. We've been talking about Nollywood, this, that, how to make the money. And when we watch the pictures of beautiful Abuja, the pictures are very beautiful. But at times sometimes you see pictures, you judge the pictures with the pictures. But when you see the rating, when you see a beautiful girl on picture, when you see the real person, that's the problem. Now, we come here, year out in different film festivals and film meetings and talk about how to put Nollywood up there. But immediately after that, we allow it here. For next year's Zuma, we resume the whole thing. We bring them out and start talking again. 2006, I served in the committee, Ministerial Committee on Nigerian Film Review Policy. The Nigerian Film Corporation, they actually anchored it. Up till now, that's during Obasanjo, up to this Buhari time, that review is still there. But the day we launched that review, it was with every promise and everything. Nollywood cannot get it right because there is no government assistance. Just let's believe it. Let's agree on this. The minister here has said so many things, has left. I've carried on saying the right thing. The minister has said so many things. People will say so many things and so many promises to us here. Fidelis, you took us to the former Senate leader former Senate leader. When we go to his office, he said by the next week, what he will do. Oh my word. Up to today is going to 16 years. I mean, but the Nigerian Film Review Policy is going to 20 years. All these things we are saying here, next year again, people will come and say it in a better language. And we go home hopeful. And what is my question? When will these things come to pass? When will government of Nigeria look at creative industry and know that we are doing the good things and we can assist in this country? Not just when we come together, we tell you the creative industry is doing this. My dear, the only time they remember us is when they remember us in the House of Rep. And they will tell the whole world we are the architects of rituals in Nigeria. They should stop censoring our films. But they will, last word, hold on 1 minute. They will not remember us when other things happen. Last lot, a house member got up and said Nollywood caused all the rituals in Nigeria. As God will have it, the children of the rich went to Dubai and 10-year-old girl did a lot of beautiful things. Does Nollywood do Truth and Dare? How many of your films? Where did she see it? So please, let government give us some enabling environment where we can do these things, and all these promises from the ministry, from everywhere will come to pass. And let the Nigerian Film Corporation, please, whatever you start, you have done a good thing now. You are giving us a very good forum to talk. Can you equally do some implementations of some of these things we do here? Otherwise, we come back next year, and last law, we want to take the microphone from me. Let me give it to him.
Okay. As Lancelot moves to give the mic to the managing director of the Nigerian Film Corporation, I will quickly just narrow
the convener.
I will narrow the question from Steve Abel. Very simple. The film policy started in 2006. 16 years down the line, managing directors have come, several ministers, different National Assembly, this same policy. So, sir, can you just respond to that simple question? What is happening to the film policy? Because, like Otumba Ochewe said, without policy, yeah, we'll pick on.
Thank you very much. As they say, administration is always in the continuum. And you continue from where you met it. And when I came in 2017, I felt that there was so much to be done under the film policy. Before me already was a plan that the Nigerian Film Corporation should migrate and become a commission. And we had pursued that up to this moment. I think for whatever reason that it has not been conclusive, it's still ongoing, because on both the 8th Senate and the 9th Senate had passed that bill. So I think the industry themselves are not working in unison to assist us see to it that the Film Commission bill is passed. That could have been one big output of that film policy. Part of the reason why we hold Zuma Film Festival is to come up with policy directives that are implementable. And 2-3 years ago, we came up with content connectivity as the theme of our film festival. In that content connectivity, we did say that there's need to have a national data policy on data tariff policy. And I think not too long after that, the Ministry of Digital Communication, Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy came up with 50% reduction on data tariff. So you will not say that government is not working their talk. And the minister ably represented here has also re-emphasized other things that are being done to make sure that data is cheap, so that when you stream in Nigeria, we will do that more effectively. And I have also written to the ministry about the need for us to collaborate together and have an online streaming app, Sherry Online, whereby you have most of our archival materials, both from government and private sector, warehoused. And that will equally help to generate revenue for both the industry and for government. Because as a repository of audiovisual archival in Nigeria, as part of the film policy, which our present minister, Lai Mohammed, has approved right there in Jos, we have enormous capacity in the audiovisual archival sector. And we are being supported by the German government to digitize them. So what is there now is to digitize them, warehouse them on that app. And when we are streaming, you will see Cockroach are down. You will see so many of them. Recently, the NTA, archival materials were recently brought back from Germany by Nigerian Film Corporation. And the DG was very pleased about it. They will soon start showing all those 30, 50-year-old, 40-year-old TV program that you thought had gone sour. Those are the things of the film policy which we are executing. Like I said, we'll continue to pursue it. And part of the film policy is making sure there is robust film festival. Today, for the very first time, you have the city of Abuja, the Ministry of FCT, collaborating with Nigerian Film Corporation in order that stakeholders will take ownership of film festival in Nigeria. That's part of the film policy. That's why today we are enjoying the ambience of of the International Conference Center, made possible by the city of Abuja, so that people of like mind will progress in this area of creative economy. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Oga, never go.
Let our MD go because we don't have time. I think we've addressed most of the issues. We just take 2 more comments. Yes, one. Yeah.
Let's also push this to state government. Sir, what are you doing particularly in trying to engage state governments so that this doesn't always just end up with the federal government? Because the state government is also closer to like what Lagos State just did, giving out grants to filmmakers to over 200 million. No, when I say a loans, interest-free loan, the 0% loan. That's a huge one for practitioners there. About 38 persons just benefited. Edo State government is trying to collaborate with providing accommodation and other logistics for those that are coming to film in the Film in Edo project. Sir, what are you doing to engage more state governors to take this sector more seriously and do this? And somebody mentioned right now, Tinapa. That alone should bring tears to anybody that means well for Nigeria, not to talk of those that are film lovers. Tinapa, the huge investment that went into that place. And what are you doing, sir, to revive some of these things?
Once again, thank you for this question. Ours will be to continue shaking the trees. And when you shake it and the fruit decide to fall, then we will pick it from there. We shook the tree here in FCT. And today we are here. Based on an MOU had been signed on collaboration, and the Minister of FCT State, tomorrow, on her address, you will see this about funding, location incentive, tax rebate, film grant. FCT is like a state. If FCT can adopt it, based on collaboration with Nigerian Film Corporation, it becomes easier to do the same thing with other states. When I resumed duty in 2017, one of the first states I visited was Cross River. I was concerned about Tinapa, and I wanted to be hosting film festival in Tinapa. But I didn't get that out up to now. Kano had collaborated with us, and we trained over 4,000 youths. We have collaboration with Lagos State. We have collaboration with Ondo State. And so we continue to shake, and those trees that decide to let their low-hanging fruit fall, we will pick it. And that's what NFC does. Thank you.
Thank you, MD. Thank you. I like the analogy of trees and mango falling and low fruits. We have just about 10 minutes to round up this session. So we'll quickly take the last set of questions. There's a lady at the back there. We'll take yours. White. In white. Is it a man? Please stand up, please. Yes.
Not the lady, okay. Run.
The copper.
The copper, fine.
So don't run too much.
Any other young person?
And about what?
He should admit. It's like he's here about collaboration. Okay. Say something on it. NFC collaboration.